goes on? My cat is licking my fucking pillow.
He likes the taste of your skin. He wants your body. Is that what you say? He
Nah,
wants
bro,
your.
this man just started doing that shit like 2 weeks ago. This shit's weird.
He licking your pillow. Huh?
Like I can literally hear the little, you know how cats have follicles
Yeah,
and shit.
the
I
little
can
things.
hear it through my headphones. Hey, stop it! He gonna look at me like he want trouble. All right, guys. So, man, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. So today we are going to be talking about Lil Nas X new music video, and it looks like the internet has a lot to say about it. Right? You either for it or against it. You either support them or you don't. Um, Several things have come out. So basically, I just want to just summarize what's going on. So Lil Nas X has come in with a new music video for his new song. I forgot what the shit's called, but it's like
Montero.
Montero. That's what it's called. All right, so Montero's the shit. What the shit's called.
Montero
Right?
called me.
So the thing about it is the music video has a bunch of symbolism, of course, pointing at Christianity. Um, Such as the tree of knowledge from Adam and Eve. He's, at the tree of knowledge, he's approached by a snake. Da, 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 da. There are angels, there's Satan, there's hell, everything like that. And one of the most controversial parts of that is the fact, well, there's actually two controversial parts of it. Number one is it seems he's going to heaven, right? He's in reach of an angel, and then a stripper pole arrives, right? And he picks the stripper pole and just goes straight down to hell, right? Doing a full split and shit like that. And the second part is when he goes up to the devil, he gives Satan a lap dance. Like
He does kill him though.
yeah, he does kill him. He does kill him. But given humanity, they're not looking at the ending.
Yeah.
They're looking at the process of it. You know what I'm saying? So looks like me and Jared have two different opinions on it. Me.
Let's start with this. What's your problem with it? How about that?
So all right. So hear me out. Right. My problem with it isn't the fact that he's gay. Right. If anything, there were a lot of people listening to Old Town Road, a lot of Christians and shit, when he came out gay. So that's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is the music video itself, right? Look, what was his last? It was like his last music video was like techno and shit like that, right? Everybody watched that shit. Everybody didn't care what the man was up in pink. He was all in pink. He's a robot, low key. I don't know, but everybody liked the video because it was an entertaining video, right? But this one, a lot of people take it as poking fun at Christianity, right? And as everybody knows, when it comes to religion, it's a slippery slope when you're trying to make fun of it, right? And I hear the support around it, which is like, or the why he did it is because he wanted to basically say, hey, you guys told me I'm going to hell all these years, right? So why are you mad at me for choosing to go, right? Like I understand that, but my issue is if you did that, right? If you just did it just to do it, that's fine, right? Put your own self to hell. I don't give a shit, right? But there is often times, and I'm gonna go into this later. You deliberately poked fun at Christians. You then started to lap dance on the devil himself, right? You deliberately chose hell and made it look as if it was more fun than when you was in the Garden of Eden, basically. Right? There's just too much going on about that. And Christians take that shit personal, right? I forgot what music. I don't know if it was. Okay. It was an old TOK song, right? Chichiman, right? It's about basically burning, gay people, right? Everybody in the Caribbean will still bounce that shit, right? But when Americans found out what it actually meant about burning gay people in the car, what happened? Motherfuckers got angry, right? And everybody knew why they was angry. Everybody understood why they was angry. They didn't try to say, you shouldn't be angry at that. No. With this here, everybody's sitting there like, I don't get why Christians are mad. I don't understand why Christians are mad. Oh, they mad for no reason. You know damn well they ain't mad for no reason. Right? Like, and then even worse is the support of it is, well for my page and my social media and shit, the support of it mostly comes from people, and this is again, this what I see, atheist people, right? Homosexual, trans people, right? And basically people who say out loud that, oh, they support it, and then will message me saying, yo, what the fuck's wrong with them? You know, that's just the beginning of why I have an issue with it. But go ahead and get your perspective on that.
I mean, obviously, no matter what you do, first of all, someone's gonna be offended. Now, obviously, with this, I do see why Christians and people would be upset by it. I'm not saying, oh, they shouldn't be mad. It's like, no, I get it. But to be fair, whenever you throw some ugly shit about the past or something back in their face, no one's gonna like that shit. So, for instance, if someone made like a music video like based on religion, focusing on the not the Jesus, the Holy Crusades where they slaughtered all those people, right?
Yeah.
No one would be happy about that shit.
Not a damn soul.
But with this, like, I get what he was trying to say. Like, it's not like it was just like, oh, this came out of the blue. I don't understand. It's like he was throwing it back in the face. Like, hey, all those years ago, when someone was gay, you would always tell them, you're a sinner, you're going to hell, you'll never make it into heaven. And essentially, I think the message that what he was really trying to put out was, it's like, if you're going to, like, you know, that old saying, if you treat me like a monster, then I'm going to act like a monster. Mm-hmm. I think he was just sort of like following that line of thought when he made this. Now, besides all the satanic themes that everyone has a problem with, a lot of the symbolism was interesting. Like, he did have the one Bible verse on the tree of life that, I don't remember it quote for quote. Basically, it was like, you're always looking for your other half. So essentially, I guess that's what he was doing, but found the devil was, oh, that's him. It's like, all right. There was when he was in chains in the Judgment Square, which is what used to happen 400 years ago. It's like, that's where you would go when people throw rocks and shit at you. You got stoned. Gays got stoned. Yeah. Any of the sinners. But I don't know. Maybe he could have gone about it in a more gentle way, but I think he just didn't care. He knew people were going to be pissed, but he just was like, whatever. I'm just going to do this to try and make a point. Or just get attention. One of the two. Either way, he's definitely getting attention.
See, that's the thing, though, right? All right, so for example, being stoned for being gay, right? Mm-hmm. That was a thing. In some parts of the world, it's still a thing, right? But to relate that specifically to Christianity, right? Like, the video wasn't really, like, what most people got are two things in the video. It's about him being gay, and it's about Christian religion, right? Again, religion's a touchy subject because you're not even questioning people's beliefs, but you're attacking them, right? And the thing about it is, right, and again, Lil Nas is a troll, right? He's almost on Tekashi 6ix9ine level when it comes to trolling, but not really, right? It's understandable why he did the video. Don't get me wrong, right? But the one thing I notice when it comes to Christianity and basically the Abrahamic religions is imagery is a huge factor in their beliefs, right? There are often even stories of images of false gods and shit being taboo, right? This man then goes on, like, you have this devil, you have him twerking on the devil, all that other shit. Then you have the satanic pentagrams and everything like that. Imagine I buy a Ouija board, right? There are some people who believe in the magic of Ouija boards, correct? If I buy a Ouija board and I just want to have fun with it, it's not really real, you know what I mean? Next thing I know, I play with the Ouija board and not the devil, but a demon come after me. I invited you didn't think that demon's going to be like, oh, you just playing? All right, cool. It's cool.
We just joking.
No, the fuck it's not. It's going to be like, motherfucker, you knew what the deal was with this shit, but you still went about it anyway, right? Like, that's what it is. That's what it is to me. Symbolism is huge in Christianity. There's a reason why people have crosses and all that shit, right? And then, oh my god, and then even worse, right? I see Facebook comments. I see Facebook comments talking about the pentagram symbol, right? Mm. How it can mean other things and things like that, right? Cool. But don't say that shit when he just showed you what it fucking meant. like, hey, yo, listen. You could support Lil Nas. I don't give a shit, right? Support your favorite artists out there. I don't give a shit, right? You can even support this music video. I don't give a shit, right? But don't be in defense of a video that will clearly offend other people, right? Hear me out. If Eminem made a video tomorrow, right? Just a random video about how basically, you know, how some black people would be like, yo, you don't belong in rap and shit like that, right? And then he puts himself again, and this is as a slave master, you know, and then it's a rap slave or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. You think, and then his fans, you think his fans are just gonna be like, he was just playing. You know, everybody's gonna be like, he was just playing. He ain't mean to do that. You know, he's just trying to poke fun at the fact that people say he's not even a top 10 rapper. No, motherfuckers gonna get offended. And then you want to act confused why motherfuckers is offended. That don't make no damn sense, right? I feel like the internet did one thing: promote ignorance. Because I'm seeing people question why people are offended. If I hear a black joke, I'ma understand why people are offended. If it's funny or not, I don't give a shit. Right? But I'll understand why people are offended. If I hear an Asian joke, especially after this tragedy that happened, I'm gonna understand why people are offended. Ain't no more fucking, I went to the Chinese restaurant and bought the thing. Like, ain't no more of that. Because they know it's a touchy subject, right? But this man took symbolism and imagery and basically said to Christians, again, it's a religion thing, to Christians, hey, you know, the devil ain't shit to me. I killed him. I twerked on him and shit. I chose hell instead of heaven, but I killed that motherfucker. He ain't shit to me. He probably not even real. You know what I'm saying? And then Christians, well, let me split it up in two factors. Yeah, radical Christians are like, yeah, you going to hell. You going to hell. All this other shit. And then you got normal Christians like me, like, well, damn. You know? If you're going to hell, you're going to hell. I can't save you. You know what I mean? I can't fucking save you. You know, go ahead, because I'm ranting, dog. I'm ranting.
No, I understand why. I mean, there's no oversight with why people are upset about it. But, I don't know, I guess it kind of sort of, it's not comedy, but I'm saying sort of like equating with how people will take comedy. How it's like some people will be like, I don't know why y'all are mad with what they said versus like what they actually were talking about. So, like with this whole thing, I just feel like it depends on who you are as a person, how you're going to take this. Like, if you're like as you pointed out, devout people, livid right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely livid. You chill, you're probably like, I mean, you didn't have to do all that, but all right, do what you got to do.
That's it.
But, like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen. Like, for instance, I won't be surprised if this pops up on Fox News because they kind of
when it comes to controversial shit, right? Like they will report that shit.
Oh yeah, I can hear the articles and the stories now. Bro. And of course, that's also not going to help our community anyway.
Bro,
but
bro, and this is just like a different perspective of what I'm seeing, right? And I'm not homosexual or anything like that. So this is just a guess. It's not factual. It's just a guess. Lil Nas just painted some of the gay community in a negative way to people, right? You be like his thing when he made fun of, you know, just like Christianity making fun of him is basically saying, I'm with him. I'm actually, I can't say it because, you know, words are also a portal to the soul. But he's basically saying, I'm down there. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to be proud of it. right? Tell me what Christian wants to be around somebody like that.
True.
Right? So when it comes to that shit, all it did was, and mind you, we're not getting there yet, but we're slowly getting there, slowly, to the point where no matter what you are, people are just gonna accept you the way you are, right? We're slowly getting there. We're not getting there, but we're slowly, right? And he just low key put some people's like some people could have been like, gays is bad, gays is bad. Some people could have been here, and they could have been slowly transitioning to, you know, you alright, and then saw this video and go, never mind right now, never mind, right? And then to make matters worse, oh my god, to make matters worse, this man straight out lied too, bro. I ain't even gonna get about the sneakers yet. We gonna have you talk before I get about the damn sneakers, but this man straight out lied and said, Old Town Road. Right, just to validate why he did this. He said he's never been a kid rapper or kid artist. Old Town Road was about lean and adultery, and it wasn't meant for kids, and it wasn't for kids. Right? You could literally look up, Google's free, that this man went to kids' schools, right, from high schools to small elementary schools, in his cowboy outfit, singing Old Town Road to kids. He came out with a book for Old Town Road as well. So you mean to tell me, you said it wasn't meant for kids, then you deliberately went to the kids? That don't make sense to me. that doesn't make sense.
Caught up with his bullshit.
That makes that makes no sense to me, bro. The internet is free. You live in the age of internet, and you gonna lie in front of the internet, bro? Like, come on, fam. Come on, fam. Like, you literally gonna say, oh, it was never for kids, and then literally you're caught in 4K singing it to kids, bro. Like, no. Don't lie for validation. Just don't. That make no damn sense. Yeah, shit.
I mean, there's not really that much to defend. You gonna be really not a lot. Not a lot.
Man.
But I mean, he's already gonna get shit for that because everyone could just look it up and see it. So
simple.
I mean, because when he said that, I think he was clapping back at Jordan Lucas, who was talking about it. And that was a bad idea because Jordan Lucas actually has a lot of publicity now, especially with what he recently did with Will Smith.
Yep.
Because like he was like, yeah, I can't believe I let my kid watch that. And then he's like, oh, it wasn't for kids. And I'm like, bro, you can't. Oh shit. I'm like, that's bad. That's a bad move.
No,
that's bad
bro.
publicity.
You can't.
And then,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing too. It's like anybody who says it's more in the parents need to control their kids more is I'm sorry. Either that is also ignorance, or you're just misinformed or uninformed of today's society. Right? Hear us out, right? Jared, me and you grew up in the age of sidekicks being the internet phone. Right? Okay. We was hearing songs by T-Pain and shit and Lil Jon singing about the sweat drip from my balls and shit like that, right? We saw the music videos and all that, like, on MTV and VH1, correct?
Mm.
Okay. Tell us when we did that in front of our parents, though.
never.
Okay. You know why? We knew why. We fucking knew why we wouldn't do that shit in front of our parents. And even worse, right? I had to be what's the word? I had to be a lockdown kid, right? Shootings happening all the time. My parents wanted to keep me safe, right? This man, besides wrestling, right? When I went to my grandmother's, you know, John Cena had a thing called the FU before, where it called the attitude adjustment, right? I'm saying that shit at my grandmother's house now, saying, yeah, F you. And she banned me from watching wrestling in her house, bro. Right? But what did my ass do as a kid? I'm going to watch wrestling when you're not looking. Right? When you go to sleep, I'm watching some wrestling, right? So, to make matters worse, We didn't grow up in the age of technology like that. We grew up in the progression of technology. We grew up in the fastest motherfucking 10 years of technology advancement there has ever fucking been. Right? Like, just think about it, right? So the earliest memory we normally should have for our childhood is between 4 years old and 3 years old, right? So from 4 years old, there was already the internet. There was already a Game Boy normal, not color yet. Color,
Oh,
I
that's
think,
right. The
was
great black and white. You're right.
yeah. So it was about a color, right? Game Boy normal, and within the 10 years, we had Xbox 360 and shit.
Mm.
Right? You literally can combine the two different characters and see the difference between the two. Hell, you can go from God of War 1, which was literally what 2005 or 4,
Mm.
to God of War 3, which was about 2010, right? You can literally see the advancement between those 6 years, right? This is us. Now you're gonna tell parents, oh, it's your responsibility. You need to control your kids. When these same kids have access to more than we did, bro, than we did, they watching Yo Gabba Gabba on a tablet, right? You know why I watch Yo Gabba Gabba?
Old ass TV.
No, because that shit wasn't even on. But but I was watching Blues Clues on the AM and the P whatever FM or whatever that shit's called. A B and BA. I remember that shit now. A B BA. I remember them old ass cable boxes, right? I'm watching shit like that, and when my parents and my grandparents, nobody's watching, I switched to a channel that I was told not to watch. Right? People who think, oh, these kids, unless you want the fucking parents to keep their kids in a box,
It's
right?
impossible.
They're gonna see the shit. Like, they're just gonna see it, and it baffles me. I am baffled when people say it's not for your kids. Your kids and you should be watching it. I don't know how they're watching it. You as a parent, you failed as a parent. No, motherfucker, you knew how they're watching it. You know how these kids are watching it, and then but you just want to plead ignorance because you think it helps your argument. It does not. It does not. You're choosing to ignore everything about childhood. You're choosing to ignore everything about childhood and put 100% of it on the fucking parents. You know what? You know, even better. Let's take away all technology from the home. All of it's gone. Kid got to go to school, right?
He's got friends.
He got friends, right? Hey, yo, you seen that new Lil Nas X video?
Nah.
My parents took away my TV and shit. All right, bro, watch this. Right there in my hand now, right? When my friends had iPods and shit, right? I didn't hear music until these motherfuckers came to me and said, yo, listen to this. Dirty ass earwax and shit. Listen to this. And I listened to it. I'm like, oh, this song dope. So what? What do I do when I get home? I'm on MTV. I'm waiting for a music video because that song's popular. And the music video's right there. Right? It's not 100% on the parents. It's not 100% on the parents. And, you know, the worst part about it is you have their job as artists aren't to be role models. Right? But they know it's possible that they will be. Right? And then to lie about it like Lil Nas did about his Old Town Road, it just shows that he acknowledged that he was a role model, but doesn't want the blame to come to him, right? So he shifted what Old Town Road was. Now it's about lean and adultery. Like he needed Billy Ray Cyrus to sing about lean and adultery. Man, pissed me off, though.
I mean, just deflecting it to the parent. It's just a shitty deflection. I mean, you can't because it's literally impossible for parents to do that because it's like laptops, smartphones, tablets, and as you pointed out, once you go to school, you have anybody who could just access it like that. So, I mean, especially with the way social media is, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, whatever you put on the internet is going to be out there, matter of seconds, and you can't take it back. I mean, you can try and take it down. You probably can, but all it takes is especially on Twitter, all it takes is that one dude who's just backtracking like 5 years. He said this or she said this. They put this video up, and anyone can find it. So, especially as a content creator or artist, especially when you blow up, you got to be careful about what you put out there because it can easily backfire or get you in a lot of trouble and get someone else in trouble. Right now, he's in trouble. Like, I don't know, like a little bit of trouble. It's not terrible, but it's not good. And the way he's trying to defend it doesn't look great either. It doesn't look good.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, we did have Kid Bop version of songs too.
Y'all, nah, fuck Kids Bop. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie. I think there was the one or two that was some bangers though. I remember that. I remember that Kids Bop. That shit was high. It was a little bit high.
Bro, that was like albums 1 through 10. And now we're at like album like 70.
Yeah, no, the rest are bad because most of the music nowadays is drug related. So you just can't
so it's like I'm gonna take you to see some candy corn. It's like, nah, bro, that's not what he said.
No,
that's
not what he clearly said kitty porn.
Oh god damn!
Oh
so
shit!
You can't doctor every song.
Oh my god! But all right, so we can establish that we understand why people are offended by the video, and we understand why people support the video, right? Choosing to not acknowledge those things is ignorant of you, right? All right. But then to those who, of course, acknowledge that, support the video, what about the shoes? This man ordered in 666 pairs, so 66 of shoes. Put the Nike symbol on them, but they're not made by Nike.
That's illegal.
And in each shoe has a drop of blood, a picture of Baphomet. If you don't know Baphomet, I suggest you look it up on Google because Baphomet is one of the demons you've probably seen a lot. And then it has a pentagram on the heels of the shoe, right? So, for all those who don't know basic witchcraft and voodoo and things like that,
he checked all the boxes.
He checked every single fucking box. You not only have the symbol there, but you have the blood there, and you also have a channel, aka your own body, once it enters that shoe. You have everything you need to summon demons right then and there. If you again, here's the thing about, and I feel like low-key some of these are true. You know why? Because you don't have to believe in God to stay away from shit like this, right? You have an innate, instinct to stay away from shit like this, correct? Like a person who's out in society, doesn't know about Christianity and shit like that, can look at all that symbolism and go, nah, I'm good. Right? They don't even have to know what it means. They just look at it, it look kind of weird and all that stuff and say, nah, I'm good. Right? The thing is, you guys defended the video. All right. Creativity, I understand. But you're trying to figure out why people are pissed off at the shoes? Are you serious? And then even better, you pissed off at Nike for not wanting their symbol on that shoe? Are you dumb? Like, bro, if I'm a company, you think I'm gonna put my shit on something that's literally is satanic worship symbolism, right? And for all those that are like, oh, he's clearly not satanic. He's not a satanic worshiper and shit like that. Like, I understand that. But also, if I get a tattoo of a damn swastika on my damn arm or some shit, am I a Nazi? No. Maybe I just like how it looked. But tell that to all the other motherfuckers that will see that, though. Are you dumb? Like, this is why symbolism is important. This is why symbolism is one of the biggest things in all of religion. Because when people look at you, they get one perspective already. They already assumed everything about your life and everything. And it's not just a human nature. It's animals, it's bugs, everything like that. Right? Why does a fly run away from a human? It probably already thinks the human's gonna kill it. Right? All because the human's bigger. Look, hell, even look at it this way. A dog and a cat, fully grown, may not have ever seen dogs and a cat before. Put the motherfuckers together. I bet you that dog gonna chase that damn cat. Right? I bet you that damn cat gonna run from that damn dog. Right? Because it's a given. It's a given that assumption is made based off of your appearance, right? So, with that in hand, right? If you support this damn shoe, I suggest you buy it.
Yo, it's $1,000 though.
Nah, look, they giving their souls already. So, nah, I'm playing. Let me chill. But honestly, if and it's funny because my and this is not to any Haitians and things like that. It's just I have Haitian friends. They have literally told me this is fucking pure voodoo. like this is the shit they themselves have an ancestry, and most of us as black people had some sort of connection to dark magic arts and things like that. Probably one of our ancestors out of like 200. It doesn't matter though. But this is all the check boxes are voodoo and dark magic, but it's cool because he's trying to send a message. That's how you sound. So let me just say this. If it's cool that this is okay, right? Nobody can tell you shit. Nobody could tell you a damn thing. You literally just supported voodoo, and again, you may not think or feel that it is that, but others will. Again, just like the Ouija board. If I buy a Ouija board and a demon come in, and mind you, I bought the Ouija board just because it was fun, right? And I spell out motherfucking name, Mark, right? When Mark come visit my ass, he ain't gonna be like, oh, you just playing, bro? Alright, bro. I'm gonna see you. No, he about to stay and say, motherfucker, you knew what you was doing. You just chose to ignore it. And yeah, hell yeah, what's Stefan say? You gotta buy them Jesus shoes to counter the voodoo. Bro, everybody know use them Jesus Actually, y'all, I don't know if y'all remember. I used to have the Jesus sandals on CHC, bro. Them shits was lit.
Oh, you did.
I used to have them Jesus sandals. I used to come down to y'all, the gaming club with the Jesus sandals. Had the Jesus 10s, Jesus 15s. Like, those were some comfortable ass shoes, though. I could understand why Jesus walked on water. You know what I mean? But that's just it for me. It's like, symbolism is huge, regardless of religion. So, if you guys want to buy the shoe, go ahead. Just if you buy the shoe, stay the fuck away from me because I do not mess with voodoo, dark magic, and shit like that. So stay over there. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Actually, there's actually a lot to focus. There's actually a lot of other examples, but for instance, like voodoo, Satanism, all those symbols and stuff.
Yep.
Especially Ouija boards. Even if you don't believe in that shit, like in my mind, I always think of it like this: why take the risk? Because in my mind, it's like, okay, there's two options. Either A, I'm wrong, and I'm just being overly cautious, and I'm fine. Or B, I should have stayed away from it. I do it, and I actually do summon a demon or some other bullshit. And then next thing you know, I'm in The Exorcist or some other ridiculous shit dealing with that. And it's like, I'm just not going to take that chance. But like, if you look at things, for instance, like, if you're around, like, I'm 26, and if you're around that age, when you're driving on the highway, you most likely don't ever drive behind a tractor trailer that has logs or metal beams or anything like that because you probably saw that wonderful movie, Final Destination, and you know in your heart of hearts, the odds of those metal beams just shooting back and impaling in a car is like maybe 2%.
Yep.
But because of that movie, because of the image that was instilled in your mind's eye, in your heart of hearts, you like, I'm not gonna take that chance. Whether it's movies, religion, or symbols, like you know, it's just like it plays a big role in how you perceive things in your life.
True. Stefan also said, I feel like he only did Christianity because it's the easiest religion to bully. I believe that. I believe that because no, I have not seen a single religion go, yeah, we support homosexuality and shit like that. Like, I have not seen that yet. Probably Hinduism and things like that. But at the same time, a lot of people's hatred and disdain for homosexuality is off, right? the biggest thing is that we're all sinners. All right, we're all literally we're all supposed to sin. Right? Anybody who said they haven't sinned before, no
Bullshit.
bullshit. For example, um, how many people you could have no sex, you could not lie, none of that, right? How many times have you pictured being with somebody that was already dating somebody, even a celebrity? If you did that, you technically just committed adultery. You just technically coveted a neighbor's cow, right? So none of that bullshit. That's number one. Number two, it all comes down to Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? That's where this whole homosexuality shit started, when in regards to religion, for Christianity. Basically, man laid with man. It was viewed as an abomination. Um, then there was thieves, killers. See, that's the thing people don't understand. There were also thieves, killers, and shit like that.
Like
But
everything was going wrong.
like every fucking thing, every sin
Murder,
you could
robbery.
think about. Like I think they even tried to seduce or kill an angel that was walking in Sodom and Gomorrah. I forgot. Um, but yeah, they literally said probably the four or five biggest sins that you can carry out, and but what everybody got from that was homosexuality. That was just it. So like I said, it's understandable why they think it's wrong, right? I know killing's wrong. I know lying's wrong. I won't kill nobody, but I'll damn sure lie for somebody, right? You know what I mean? We all choose what sin we want to do. That's it. All right. And I'm not here to talk about homosexuality being a good or bad. I'm not here to talk about that shit. You live your life the way you want to live it. I don't give a shit. It don't affect me or none of that, right? It just comes down to the fact that Christians do have an inherent disdain for homosexuality. And we are in an age now where it's more acceptable. It doesn't have to be liked, right? I can accept what you are and what you do. I mean, I have to like it, though. Right? But I will not treat you any different from my own brother. You get me? Like, that's how, and that's the thing people got to understand. There's a difference between acceptance and actually liking people, right? But let's go down even more. I think he like Stefan said. I think that he didn't do his homework on Muslims, because if he had done it on Muslims, I think it would have been worse than Christianity. I think no, I mean the reaction.
Oh my god,
The
bro.
reaction would have been, this man would have been canceled and broke in days, right? Here's the thing about Christianity: they could rah all they want, but most of the time they're just gonna talk, right? When it comes to the Nation of Islam,
They act.
they act. All right, you disrespect them, they coming for your ass, bro, and rightfully so, because it's more of a brotherhood. It's more of a, we together type, religion. Like, and that's why I look at the Abrahamic faiths. They kind of all have their own thing, right? So with Christianity, it's more like hi neighbor, right? Hi neighbor, how you doing, right? With Judaism, it's like hi neighbor, may I come in for dinner, right? With Islam and the Muslims, it's more like, hey brother, you want to live with me? Because you can. Like it's more solid. If you were to look at them as representation, it's like Christians, and then Judaism is like, but they get intertwined, and then Islam is more like, we already intertwined. We're already family, right? Let's see. Hotshot Kid said, "Broke. If he did Islam, he might be in actual danger." Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
He would have been. It would have been over for him, which is why I think Christianity was more of a easy way to do it. Like that's just how it is. I think he just picked the lesser of evils. Um, because again, all three Abrahamic religions have an issue with homosexuality at a foundation, and all of them all said basically the same thing. Besides Judaism, because I don't think they believe in hell itself. I think theirs is more like hell is now kind of thing. Um, or is it the other way? Like heaven? Heaven is, I don't know. There's one of the two. But um, Muslims, they will they will actually stone a motherfucker like right now. They like, whoo. You think you? Let me just tell you now. Right, homosexual people in the Caribbean are disowned. Right, I love you. You can't live here though. Right, in a Muslim home,
You could get killed.
you don't, yeah, you not only can get killed, and this is again not all of them, not all of them, but you can get killed. It's not even this disownment from this family, like brother, sister, everything like that. No, you're disowned from anybody that has my last name. Right?
It's like
You can't call your
excommunication.
grandma. Yeah, excommunication. You can't call your grandma. You can't call your auntie. You can't call the family friend that looks out for you. Something. No, you can't call them either. If I find out you called them, I'm coming for you. Right? That's how it is. Right? But again, he chose wisely because he didn't go after that. Because I bet you money, all them people that support him now, had that been the Islamic religion that he was poking fun at, them same motherfuckers would have turned tail. They would have been like, I don't know why you did that. I don't care what the symbolism is. Why you making fun of Muslims? What they ever do to you, right? That's how they would do it. The internet is completely feelings based now. It's all about what your feelings are, right? Ignore everything else that could be a factor in what goes on, as long as your feelings are supported by other people, and that's just it. Because if your feelings aren't supported by other people, guess what you're called on the internet? A pick me, right? You called a pick me because your opinion differentiates between from the majority, right? Or the majority of that's presenting itself. So, for example, if you were to talk about Lil Nas X's video on TikTok or something, right? And say, but that's literally blatant um, Satanism, right? They would think you're a pick me for Christians. Like you're trying to find acceptance with Christians. It's like no, it is clearly that, but they ain't trying to hear that. That's why I think the internet becomes a dangerous place.
I I don't, I don't know what's gonna come out of this. All I know is his sneaker's gonna get discontinued. That's 100% gonna happen. But hopefully, he learns from this. I hope. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. Maybe he just doesn't care. I don't know. I'm not in his head right now. But
But
I
listen,
don't know. It's a weird situation.
listen, he ain't gonna learn shit from this. He ain't gonna learn shit from this. You know how long a music video takes to put CGI
Months.
and all that shit? All right. So that means not only did he have to agree to the fucking shoot, somebody else had to agree to the shoot. Other people had to agree to the shoot, right? Then whoever wrote up the shoot had to then finalize the shoot. They had to read that shit over and over again. Then they had to then accept what was going on. Then they had to look at the video, then go, maybe or maybe not, and then they had to accept that shit. So there was so many fact checks. There were so many barriers or checkpoints to say maybe we shouldn't do this, but it went through every single one of them, which means at this point, no matter what anybody says, it's not a mistake.
That's true.
No matter what anybody says, it's not a mistake.
I mean, like once again, like two prime examples. One, Kylie Jenner's Pepsi commercial that went through all the approval, still came out burned up in their face. Number two, Netflix. I forget what that show was called about those three little girls who were dancing, but like They were underage, dancing in the most sexual ways, and grown adults on a board saw that shit and were like, "Yeah, it's about freedom," and it's like, no, no, it's not.
See. Here's the difference between those two, though. Well, there's no big difference, but the small difference between those two. The first one was basically Pepsi saying we should all get along, right? Notice how in the video nobody's right and wrong, right? It was just Kylie Jenner saying, "Let's all sit down and have a Pepsi."
Right idea, wrong execution.
Exactly. There you go. Right. Number two was the girl thing. In today's day and age, you literally have parents teaching their kids, their 12-year-olds, their 10-year-olds, their 8-year-olds, to twerk on the internet.
That's true.
Literally. And then when anybody comments saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" What's the first thing that they'll say? "Why are you sexualizing my child? She's just dancing." Right? You're a creep for sexualizing my child. Right? So again, it's because it's based on today's day and age. Our creator saw that and goes, those same people that do that will want to watch this, right? But again, this is why I always say everybody needs a no man in their kind of group and things like that, because you need somebody that'll just be there and say, "Yo, listen, this is a fucking bad idea, and here's why." Like, you need somebody there because again, both sides, they had a valid reason to do it, right? I think Lil Nas X had a valid reason to do this type of video. But for it to come at an entire religion, and then he's still sending out tweets saying, "Oh, I didn't offend anybody. If anything, I thought I offended the devil." No. You don't get that. You don't get to do that, right? Because if there's one thing I learned, especially in college, is you cannot tell other people how to be offended.
Or how to feel.
Exactly. You just can't, right? If somebody comes up to me and says the N-word and I punch him in the mouth, nobody's going to tell me, "Bro, you shouldn't have punched him in the mouth." No.
Or they're going to tell you, "It's just a word."
It's just a word. No. You ain't about to do that. You ain't about to do that to me. I reacted the way I reacted. Stefan says, "If you're dumb enough to buy a shoe with blood in it, society has sunk into new lows."
Let alone for $1,000.
Society has sunken in the past 10 years more than anything, bro. I'm in an age where Satanism is actually fucking accepted. Right? And you know, and again, you're gonna have people that say, "Who wasn't Satanism?" Okay. I live in a world where something similar to Satanism is accepted. Right? But if I was, in me, I read the Bible, especially when it comes to Revelation and shit like that. Revelation says this shit would happen exactly. People would find the image of the devil and support him, basically. Right? That's Book of Revelation, right? If y'all want to, if they made a TV series of Revelation by itself, bro, I bet money I'm watching that shit every day.
Oh, you're gonna be good as hell.
Exactly what I'm saying, right?
Theories.
Right, that shit better than the Greeks. That shit better than the Norse mythology. That shit better than all them shits. But it's just the fact that I don't think, of course, Lil Nas X is symbolizing the world ending. No. But you will have Christians look in the Bible, see this exact thing happen, and go, "Damn, the world's about to end." I'm logical with it because I also know that nobody can foresee on earth when the world's about to end. It's actually fucking written in the Bible as well. Like, no, not a single soul that's living can, not even dead, like not even Jesus himself knows. It's literally just God. Like, that's how the Bible wrote that shit.
Isn't the first what is it? Like, you're supposed to hear the Gabriel's horn. That's the first sign. Like, that's the of it, and it's like, oh shit.
It's the 7 horns, then the 7 bowls. There it is. 7 horns, 7 bowls. But we do need the false prophet and the Antichrist to rise up first.
I mean, I thought it was Trump. That's not,
Nah, it's not true.
nah, it wasn't. He was just an asshole. That's something. That's
I was getting into religion. So the Antichrist is gonna be somebody who's loved by all and preaches peace, but is literally leading the world to its biggest war ever.
that's like
That's why
three
people
people we've
say
had in the past.
no.
Like that's
That's why they said Obama was gonna be the Antichrist
yeah.
because of the fact that everybody loved him, but when it came to war, he wasn't no bitch. Like he said, "Bro, I'm gonna bomb your ass," and he fucking did it. Like yeah, that's. But then again, Obama's not in political power anymore. That person needs to be in political power, right? Then they also need to be with the false prophet, which would be the Pope, right? The person who's in charge of the church. There's church and state. The person in charge of the state and the person in charge of the church are supposed to lead the world to a war, and then symbolism like this with Lil Nas X having the pentagram and the devil and all that shit, that's supposed to be used as like a currency, and you're supposed to get the mark on it, which could be these shoes. I don't know, but it could be these shoes. But that's the thing, you never know. That's why again, I'm being cautious. Like Jared said, you know, it could be two ways. Either it works and I'm just cautious, right? So nothing happens to me, or yeah, there you go. Or it doesn't work and I'm just cautious and nothing happens to me, right? I mean, it's the same thing with religion altogether. If you look at it, right? If you believe in God, I mean, if you don't believe in God, right? There's a chance something happens to you,
Mm.
and then when you die, you meet him and go, "Damn, I didn't believe in him," right? But if you believe in God and there's nothing there, do you lose? No, because nothing's
It's all
there.
he's like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So only one of those situations have a positive outcome for the winner, basically. Um, so what you're saying is Lil Nas X is the Antichrist? Fuck no. Fuck no.
A lot of people don't like him.
Yeah,
He doesn't
no.
have the pull.
A shit ton of people don't like him. The Antichrist has to be in, from again, this is just based off Bible, political power. Right? They have to be in office. They have to hold office and be in a position of political power in order to do their demands and things like that. So that's why a lot of people assume it'll be the president, because in today's day and age, the president is often regarded as the most powerful man in the world. Right? That's how it is. Um, and then that person's supposed to collate with the false prophet, which would be the Pope, who's in charge of the church. So, but all right. So overall, my whole thing about Lil Nas X's thing, overall, to sum it up, is you did your video, cool. You did your shoes, cool. Don't play dumb and act like white people don't like your shit. Right. Don't play ignorant and act like people don't like your shit. To all the supporters in your comments and shit like that, also don't play dumb white people don't like your shit. All right, because again, y'all could have went after Islam, who currently still does the same shit that he's complaining about, but you know damn well what happened there. Right. Your shoes are satanic. I don't give a shit what you say. You check off every fucking box of Satanism with that damn shoe. Every box. If you plead ignorance to that as well, you're the problem. You're the problem. But that's just my take on it. I don't agree with the video, but at the same time, he could do what he wants to do. Again, my whole thing as a Christian, I don't even think I'm really Christian, but as a Christian, it's not about can I save you. You're in charge of that yourself. What you do does not affect me, but it does make for an interesting conversation. That's just my take. What about you, Jared?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But speaking of other things, how important symbolism is. Kind of backtracking here. Most of you have probably seen the horror movie Candyman. And you know the rule: you don't say his name 3 times in front of a mirror. And there was one time I was in the mirror and I was like, should I do it? And then I thought, I'm like, well, if I'm wrong, nothing happens. If I'm right, I just killed everybody in this house. I ain't gonna take that chance. I ain't gonna do it. Just because of like what you saw and what you see, what could happen. It does affect you. So once again, symbolism, no matter how you feel about it or what you believe, it does affect you. And it does affect how you perceive things. And right now, he's on the bad side of symbolism as far as everything goes.
This man Stefan said, and I quote, "His shoes ain't just fire, they're hellfire."
Bro, real talk though, I like the design. I just don't like all the pentagrams and shit. Like I shit you not, I have a pair they're just black. There's just no pentagram, no 666, no Baphomet. They're just a black pair of Nikes, and they're dope. But he decided to throw a bunch of like satanic shit, and I was like, damn, bro. Plus they're $1,000, and I'm not spending that much on the shoes. That's dumb.
If he had not put the pentagram, the blood, and all that shit on it, right?
Like if they were just red and
just
black,
kept the color scheme, he would.
Yeah,
he actually would have had some fire shoes that would have been sold out within an hour, like that. That would have been, and if Nike actually made it, that would have been right then and there. Boom, he's not rich again. Like he's even richer than before. All right, that was it. 600 pairs, 1,000 a piece, $600,000 right there. Like, come on, fam. And that's without tax and delivery. This can go deeper if we go biblical, but not everyone's belief is the same. So
we kind of did. I think you popped up late though.
Yeah,
we kind of did just talk about the whole religious portion.
I went ham on the religious perspective on this one, but I could talk hours in regards to religion and this connection because again, people plead ignorance when it comes to religious beliefs and things like that in regards to this situation. And again, I think the people who are the issue is the people that ignore the fact that people are mad for a reason and you can fucking understand why. And it goes more and more and more into the Christian and oftentimes just the plain old scripture that this happening is actually a downfall to humanity. All right, you can literally talk about that. Like it's just crazy that motherfuckers again just ignore that because the internet doesn't agree with them, so they ignore everything that doesn't agree with them, right? But one thing that Ben Shapiro always says: facts over feelings. All right, facts don't give a shit about your feelings. All right, so again, if you look at the shoe and just go, man, that's just a nice shoe, you're ignorant. Because you can clearly see why the fuck the shoe looks like that. You can also know the aspects to voodoo and black magic and Satanism and notice that his shoe completely checks it off. Blood sacrifice, or technically blood. Symbolism, pentagram, channel. Takes it off. For all you know, there's goat's blood in there. Shit, you telling me shit. The fuck? But yeah, the motherfuckers plead ignorant to this and again, the other issue with society today is that they do not go into the other perspective. As you saw here, Jared, I understood why he made the video. I understood the symbolism behind the video. I still don't like the video. I also still don't like that he did the video. That's just how it goes, right? Can I change that? Can I change his video? No. Can I tell other people not to listen to the video? No, they can do what they want, right? But all I'm saying is, if you blast that shit and I'm in the car, I'm getting out the car. If you wear them shoes around me, you're gonna have to stay about 60 feet. That's all I'm saying. We about to COVID-19, 20, and 21 distance this shit. Cause you ain't about to give me no damn bad juju because you wanna walk around with Satan's bootstrap and shit on your shit.
Satan pens.
The damn
devil 11s.
Satanic sixes. Like, that's what it is. Satanic sixes. Watch.
And even if none of this happened, like no music video or any of that, if you were walking around with shoes like that, everyone would be looking at you a certain type of way. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that person? Regardless of if it was from a music video or if it's just a pair of satanic shoes. People would look at you a certain way.
Devon says, and I quote, based on how I was raised and what I believe in. It goes against everything I believe in. And at the same time, it was mocking God and everything else in the Bible. He will reap what he sows before he dies. Fucking exactly. Literally exactly. Right? What happens to him just happens to him. But again, people plead ignorance to the fact that Christians are offended by this. And well, like I'm looking at it. People don't realize I'm watching, like, people watch their comments and shit, and some comments on Facebook and things like that. I just look at it and go, if I comment on this shit, bro, I'm gonna have to expose this person's like flawed logic, right? But then that means effort.
And that's you don't want to
You
sit
don't want
down
to do that because I think
like,
the last person I called out on this ended up deleting the status. Right? They did. It was, bro. It was 60 fucking comments of me and him back and forth. Right? Then when I told him about what Lil Nas X did and the symbolism and all that stuff, it got to the point where he was getting angry. Like, I don't get why you hate him. Is it because he's gay? And I'm like, bro, I was listening to Old Town Road. I was listening to, what's this shit called? Panini. I think that's what it's called. Hey, Panini.
yeah, that one I like though.
You know what I'm saying? I watched the videos. Like, it's nothing about him being gay. It's just the fact that you literally took Christianity, said, let's make it a music video, and then go, you know what we should do? Let's twerk on the devil. Let's have a chance to get to heaven and go on a strip pole down to hell with red hair and a split. All right, let's do that. Like, come the fuck on. Ooh, there we go. We have a Bible quotation right here. Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 and 8. Do not be deceived. God is not mocked, for whatever one sows, that will also, my bad. That will he also reap. For the one who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption. But the one who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. There you go. Like I said, bro, what happens to him happens to him. Right? Like, if something happens to him after he dies and he goes to hell, what the fuck do we do? We ain't doing shit. We ain't doing shit about it. And everybody who buy his shoe probably is gonna do some shit about it because they're about to probably join him. But that, again, that's there you go. That's Christianity. I don't care what you do. What you're gonna do is gonna have its own consequence. Just leave me the fuck over here. Right? I'm over here. You over there. I'm over here. Right? If I see you about to do some shit, then I'll say, yo, hold up.
Don't do that.
Because I'm your neighbor, right? I'm your friendly neighbor. But if you doing some shit, right, I'm going to be over here, right? When God judges us, he going to judge you for my he going to judge me for my sins, he going to judge you for your sins. If your sins are literally mocking him, you stay the fuck over there, all right? My sin is stealing a chocolate bar from Walgreens when I was 10. All right, you stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here. Right? That's just it. You know what I mean? But that's just how it goes, man. And honestly, again, I just wish that people on the internet who hides behind keyboards and shit, I just wish they actually looked at other people's perspective that they claim to fucking do. They do not do that shit, bro. They don't. I'm even in a group sports chat that doesn't even look at other perspective. Shit, I got 3 people fucking mad as shit every time I post. I don't care, right? So, I mean, that's just it for me, bro. There's nothing you can really do. If it makes you mad, it's supposed to make you mad. Like, that's the whole thing. But also don't get surprised when people are mad. That's my whole thing about it. Final take, bro. Final take.
Like, no matter what you do, someone's always gonna be mad. But there can be wiggle room depending on what you did or what you said. Like this, he doesn't have a lot of. It's not like stand up or comedy trying to make a farce or something or make fun of something in like a comical, funny take. It just probably like 85% disrespect, 15% like I can kind of see, but
okay. And then one final quote. So I'm just Stefan. Whatever of good befall you, it is from Allah, and whatever ill befall you, it is from yourself. Valid. That is actually, well, except those who fall ill. But in regards to your spirit, yeah, that is actually valid. You know, people. Here's the thing about when it comes to those when it comes to higher beings of God and things like that, um, they will benefit your life, and almost every discourse that you go through is because of your action, right? Hell, um, when people are, for example, in a bad situation, let's say with their boyfriend and shit like that, their girlfriend and shit like that, you think God was just like bad situation? No, no. All your actions led up to that moment. Now, can you look back at those actions and reflect upon them? Of course you can. We have the power to do that, right? But again, look, let me just say this: if what happens to Lil Nas X is we don't see another music video or anything from him in like years, I wouldn't be
That's on him.
surprised. I just wouldn't be surprised. Like I just if I see his music sales go down completely, I also would not be surprised. That's just how it goes. But yeah, that's my final take on it, man. To all you guys out there, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Honestly, the final thing I want to say is like respect each other, respect your neighbor, um, and literally, if your neighbor decides to do some shit like this, move. like move. That ain't your neighbor no more. That's a person. That's a stranger. Like make sure you put up walls around your house. Like that's all I'm saying. But yeah,
Always follow the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Or, if you're not religious, don't be a dick.
don't be a dick.
Solves 99% of problems.
Stay away from the devil. Don't buy no damn shoe that has blood and the devil's symbol on it. Oh shit, fake Nike. But we appreciate you guys, man. I'm about to go on League of Legends, so you guys have a good night. You will be able to find this on YouTube next week in case you want to rewatch it for some points. And we greatly appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
Peace.